We turn attention to football because the match awaited draw for the Africa Cup of Nations, the 35th edition, has taken place, and CAF has really gone through it. And so we have the parents here. Interestingly, we are going to face a similar foe. I talk about leaders of the Black Stars. Our coach currently is Coach Otuado, but our former coach was Mr. James Kwesi Appiah. James Kwesi Appiah is leading Sudan now, and they are unbeaten in their qualifying games for the World Cup. And so Sudan is in our group, Ghana is in Group F. And so today I want to walk you through all the pairings that really took place earlier today for the Afcon draw that's taking place. And so the qualifiers starts in September. So let me start off because I have a colleague here, George Entry, that will help me really to understand the subject. So let's go right now to the screens now. Before I get George, let's go to the screens now, and then let me introduce you to the parents very well. Then you understand. Then we come and then we do some chit-chatting, and then you understand. So let me go to my screens now. So Group A, after the draw, Group A is here. And so we have Tunisia, Madagascar, Comoros, and the Gambia. And so let's go to Group B. This is Group B. Morocco, Gabon, Central African Republic, and Lesotho. Then, so we continue Group C, Egypt, Cape Verde, Mauritania, Botswana, quite an interesting group. Then our big brothers, our neighbors, Nigeria, Benin, Libya, and Rwanda. Then we turn to Group E, Algeria, Equatorial Guinea, Togo, Liberia. Then we continue. So that's where our interest lies. So the Ghana factor is here. So Ghana was seeded, so Ghana, Group F. And then we have Angola, then a certain Sudan, there's comprising me, and then Niger. That's where we'll come and dwell more on it. So Ghana, Angola, Sudan, Niger. Ghana must beat all this group to top the group and then seal qualification to the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations, the 35th edition, which will take place next year. And so we'll come back and delve more into it. So let's move on to the other groups. So Group G is here. So Cote d'Ivoire, Zambia, Sierra Leone, and Chad. They are here. So that's how their group also looks like. So we continue, and then, so let me give you a fair idea. So Group G, Group H has DR Congo, Guinea, Tanzania, Ethiopia. We have I, where Mali, Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau, Eswatini. Then Cameroon, Namibia, Kenya, and Zimbabwe occupy Group J. Then Group K has South Africa, Uganda, Congo, and South Sudan. Then the last group is Senegal, where Senegal is Senegal, Burkina Faso, Malawi, Burundi. So this was what really transpired earlier today when the draw was held at CAF's headquarters. So that's really what has happened. I have colleague here, George Entry, member of the sports desk here. And then so George is about to also share his thoughts with me. Yeah. Were you surprised about the draw?
I wasn't surprised at all, because looking at our group in Group F, Ghana will be competing for the 11th time in the Afcon, and this time it's happening in Morocco. But when you look at our group, we played Angola in the Afcon qualifier in 2023, which we won the first leg, we played 1-1, the second leg we won 1-0. So we had the upper hand advantage. Looking at Sudan, which is being coached now by Kwesi Appiah, looks very, very dicey, because the kind of crop of players that we have right now with the Blasters still very, very young, going into this Afcon or going to this qualifier, looking at them not having enough experience under Coach Otuado. But I think this group doesn't look that scary, but Ghana can maneuver through it. When you look at the other group, which Cote d'Ivoire is in that group, Cote d'Ivoire is just the winners of the 2024 edition, which they hosted and they won it. Looking at their group, Chad, Sierra Leone, I think Cote d'Ivoire can also maneuver around that group and they might top of the group. Nigeria also looks likely, although they haven't really had a firm grip of their squad after they participated in the 2024 Afcon qualifier, 2024 Afcon in Cote d'Ivoire. They look very, very abysmal, especially right after the Afcon. But I think they can rally back and they can also qualify from the group. The rest of the group looks a little bit scary, looking at the way the young African, or let me say the African teams, the young ones are really springing up. They are developing with the world football. Now they've understood the structure of the football. They are coming in strong. The likes of Comoros, the likes of Chad, the likes of Sierra Leone, Zambia. We all know these are countries that their leagues are doing well, that they are players are also doing well in the top 5 European league, that they can compete with any of the powerhouses that we know in African football, the likes of Ghana, the likes of Nigeria, the likes of Cote d'Ivoire, the likes of Tunisia, the likes of Sierra Leone, the likes of Senegal. So the group looks very, very dicey. But I might say the 2025 Afcon is going to be very lovely. It's going to be nice because it's going to be hosted in Morocco, and I'm sure CAF president have said that it's going to be better than what happened in Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay, our big brother Stars GTV Sports Plus will give you more about the elaborate nature of this particular one. But what is really the talking point now is the fact that you are going to get a certain Kwesi Appiah coming back since he signed for Sudan. We haven't seen him with his national team in Ghana. A certain Kwesi Appiah who was with the Black Stars and discovered most of the players when they were coming up. And so Kwesi Appiah knows our DNA very well. What do you make of that rivalry? Is it going to be a tense affair for Kwesi Appiah? We saw a certain Milo when Ghana played Serbia. Milo couldn't even sing the national anthem for his country. Are we going to see Kwesi Appiah when they play here in Kumasi or wherever we will choose, that when they are singing the national anthem, Kwesi Appiah will sing, or you will stay with Sudan and sing their national anthem? What do you make of that rivalry?
It's going to be a tight contest because Kwesi Appiah knows the Blasters in and out. He has been with the technical handlers, he has been with the players on training ground everywhere. So he knows them, how their style of play. Majority of the young ones too, he knows them, and he's even living in Ghana. It's not like majority of the time he lives in Sudan. He lives in Ghana, so he knows our training, our terrain, the culture of our game, the Agro kind of football that we want. So it's going to be very, very dicey. But I think on the D-Day, tactically, it's going to be a tactical approach or technical approach.
Don't worry, we will delve more into it. So this is how we draw the curtains on sports.